Okay, my other workout partner is Tucker. Tucker, I always ride bareback. I just not so I don't get my joggers dirty. I just got a thin dressage pad on him. It's um, not the safest. You should always have, if you're going to have a bareback pad, you should have a girth. But I usually have a towel or something under me so that I don't have to wash my joggers every time I ride them. So, what I wanted to show you from the side, I still want that. He's built quite different, so he's a lot wider than Sonador. I have to really work on getting my hips to open. This gets really tight. So if he'll stand nice and still, I'll do stretches like this. Oh, notice I don't want my legs moving. I don't want them going like that. Some breaths. If I feel it really tight in here, I'll do that this way. I'm holding my hand on his hip and his opposite hand here, and actually my back always cracks when I do this. I just do that a couple of times, especially for him. Like I said, I get really tight in here on him. Another one, which again, none of these are, there's a safety disclaimer here. You want a horse that's safe to do this. I'm not even touching him. Okay. But I also do a lot of this with him. I lay back and I just go, oh my gosh, does that ever hurt right there? These things, whew, there we go. And then can I bend my knees? And then the cramp happens in here. And when he's quite wide, and I'm built very narrow, so it takes a lot for my pelvis to just go and loosen up all the little muscles that are involved here, your gluteus minor, psoas, ligaments. Okay, so this is the main task here, is to just, you don't have to lay back, but even if you're in the saddle, you can still hold the reins. How far can you go back? And then if you can lay back but not, see how my legs want to do that? That's not quite the plan. It's supposed to keep your legs in position and still be able to do this. Oh boy. A little tail scratch. There, the muscles let go. They were trying to spasm. Okay, so now that feels good. My hips are open. Those are hip openers. Can I do some shoulder openers? And do it slow. Don't go forward because we never want to collapse the shoulders. Always open the chest and bring the shoulders here. The other one that would be really good is to be able to just ride for a few strides like this. You put your palm, you can feel the flat. Just back doing that, or just doing this. Put it here, and then you ride a couple of circles like that. I'll do it for you. I'll show you. And then you do it like this. I'm riding in Western one-handed. You can ride with whatever you want. It's a favorite bridle of his. Okay, so we'll walk on. Maintain a nice walk. Everything with this guy, even his steady walk, is a lot slower and steadier. That's why he's such a great bareback horse. He's not as reactive. I can move around. I mean, if I did that much on Sonador, we would, I don't know, God knows what we would be doing. Flying sideways somewhere. What are you doing up there? This guy knows, okay, she's babbling. She's probably going to work on her seat. So one of the things, like I said, when you bring your arm here, ride, sit nice and tall. Don't worry about me right now. Then can I put this arm here? I bring it here. And what I want you to watch is my lower leg moving. Now, a lot of people, when I ask them to do this when they're riding, this leg goes like this, and then this leg goes like this. And that threw him right off balance there because my hips changed. Okay, so the upper body should be able to reach back and pet him. See, my hips are tight. So my upper body should be able to reach back, touch him on the bum, give him a little loving. And my right thigh right now is pinching. I'm telling him thank you so much for not listening to my right thigh right now, because what I'm trying to do is stretch it. So now I'm going to put this hand back. Really try not to clamp. No, left line isn't clamping. Yeah, right one's clamping. So these are super interesting, like, okay, I need to do some more work. Haven't done any Pilates for at least 2 or 3 days right now. Naughty girl. I'm too busy picking rocks and cleaning up around here. So here's a nice stretch this way. That's better. All right. I can feel by his feedback too. My leg isn't clamping up so much. Another little exercise that you can do while you're walking, heel touch. When you touch your heel, You touch. Ah, I fell off the right side. That's why he asked questions there. Can I keep just as much weight on my left sit bone, but move my left leg? Ha, there it is. So I have to really focus. You can see he really changes his. So I should be able to do this without influencing my horse. Good boy. I mean, he has to ignore me. I'm not trying to kick him. He has to ignore me to somewhat. But watch the feedback. Is he drastically falling out? Well, I'm doing this. Over exaggerating. That's what I'm doing under here. I can feel I bump on the wrong sit bone as soon as I put this leg back, which means if I go to, say, do a leg yield or ask him to move the hind leg, I might end up slipping onto this side of his spine, right? Which then causes him to fall out the shoulder. So we should be able to, now that we did a couple of heel touches, can I do that? Shoulders back. Hold my horse's front end on the circle. Can I slide my left leg back and see if I can get tail to the outside of the circle? Nope. There's a bunch of guinea hens over there. Our neighboring guinea hens. Yes, Tucker. I'm going to let him have a look. That is very interesting. It's okay. You're okay. We don't usually have them this close. They belong to our neighbor way up the hill. Okay, well, we'll carry on. Good boy. I know. What are they doing over here? It's Sonador to chase them for you. The dogs are in the house, so normally they get rid of them for me. They're like wild turkeys, these things. Really noisy. Okay, so can I put my leg back and cause him to move his hind leg over, because he knows that cue, without losing my toes? My toe fell. Without losing, there we go. Good boy. So that's shoulder in on a circle without contorting him, pulling any reins. It was just from me taking my left shoulder back, my left leg back just a little. Well, on him, it's a little bit more. He's a very long horse, a lot more than I would saw on Sonador. That's where he doesn't do anything until I feel him right there. And that's okay. It's not back here, which I see some people do, and toes down. Okay, try and keep the toe up and move the leg back. Oh, Sonador, sweetie. When you see him here, he's not happy about them turkeys. Okay, now, so we've got, can we get a shoulder in? The next one, can I windshield wiper my outside leg back without causing my horse to, other than the turkeys, cause my horse to get upset? Okay, I don't think they'll get upset because we have a lot of turkeys over here. Oh, very interesting. Yes, you're a very good boy. You're a very good boy. Okay, I know. That's a good boy. You know what we're going to do? Get! There we go. Wild turkey chase. I don't think there's anything this horse wouldn't do for me. You're a good boy. Get! Okay, well, here we go. There's a little blooper for you. Wild turkey chasing. They're called guinea hens, but they're like related to a turkey. And 3 of our neighbors up there have them, and they kill ticks. So it became like they started, and then everybody else had to get started. But they don't stay in the pen; they get out. So we end up with them everywhere. We just call them the neighborhood turkeys. Okay, so now on this side, can I do? No. You're walking, please. Come. Good. Remember your school horse. Okay. So can I do some heel touches? Whew, no. There's a big cramp. Oh my God. I'm going to hold it for a moment. Sorry, buddy. Good boy. I know. You can see he's like, what are you doing? I'm way off balance here, by the way. So this side, whoo, there we go. Oh God. Definitely sore. Okay, there we go. There we go. Whatever it was is unlocked. Now I gotta stay on my right sit bone while this happens. Okay. There we go. Focusing. Come. You gotta keep walking or jogging. Don't care. I'm sorry. Okay. You're a wonderful boy. I need to work on this. This is not a good thing. Can I? Yeah, there it is. I'm really focusing on keeping my bend in my body. Can I put my leg back? You won't need it this far back. But again, this is all just rider fitness exercises, right? Springtime start. Good boy. Okay, I got it. So now I can feel my pelvis stayed in position. There's still a little cramp going on here, but I didn't throw him way off the circle and I didn't end up bouncing onto the outside of his body. Okay? All right. Let's see if that camera will keep up to me. Okay, here we go. We're going to do some trotting. So if you got a nice lesson horse like him, Sonador's still, he's still learning. This guy knows the job. They both go on a circle really well, but this guy can really, back and I jog along, bareback, holding the hind leg. Yeah. Can I jog along, holding this hind leg? Yeah. There we go. And this one. There we go. There's some thingies again. There's those guinea hands. Right. And then I'm going to see if I can get a little bit of shoulder in. Take both hands to the inside. Take my right leg back a little. Good. Good boy. And I don't want my leg like way back here. Toes doing funny things. One thing about being bareback is you can really see what they're doing down there. Stirrups aren't helping you. Okay. It's too funny. They're helping me film today, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to go down here. Now, just going to see if I can get just a really nice elbows by my side. Hands holding a glass of water in each hand. Or a drink of some sort, maybe a martini. Can I carry a book on my head? Nose and chin up. Pretty hard not to with a cervical collar on. That's what this big black thing is. I don't go like that, please. You need to travel nicely, okay? Good boy. Alright. Don't worry about the guinea hands, okay? Alright. So now, can I get a nice canter? Keeping my legs absolutely still and quiet. Hugging very gently my inner thigh and inner leg just to keep myself nice and balanced. Downward transition without losing everything. Okay, so I'll show you that again. If you have a horse you can ride bareback, I don't think there's anything out there in the world that will give you a better seat than riding with no saddle. Not all horses are built for it. Sonador, I have to use a bareback pad because he has he's got a lot more like wither and bonier back, so he's not very comfortable. This guy's super comfy. He's like a couch. It's just wonderful. You can ride him all day bareback. Well, I've ridden him now 5 years without a saddle. Uphill, please. Thank you. And canter. Can I keep my hands as steady and quiet as possible? If you want to ride one-handed, that's fine. You can ride one-handed with one hand behind your back. And you ride with the other hand behind your back, still holding your horse on this circle. Okay. Under my head, under my head, and never losing my feet. And walk. Okay. So that's your super challenge. I'm not suggesting if you're in your late 70s that you go jump on bareback and ride around again, but I just think this is something that we can all do. Bite-sized goals, okay? Even if all you do is a little bit of a jog. He's ready for fancy stuff now. He's all fired up. Let's do our little canter for everybody. And you'll see on this side, I have a very twisted leg. It's a conformation defect. And the pad pulls under my knee. My toe sticks out at all times. I have orthotics. I have almost a half-inch lift inside of all my shoes on this side. And it shows up here. Good. Good. Downward transition. Oh boy, so then I have to adjust my pad all the time. Which you'll see the wear on my saddles is a little different. My one pelvis bone. Oh yes, you're right. Yes, I deserve a goodie for that. Yes, you do. Okay. I think I was talking about this in another installment of my stuff here. Is him and I have an agreement. He's hard to motivate, but if he knows after a certain set, he gets a goodie, that's totally fair. Senator doesn't need goodies, but he's like, excuse me, I worked hard for you. Yes, you did. You're a wonderful boy. Okay, and he's ready for this to come off. He gets really tight in his pole, and then he starts doing that, and then as soon as I take this off, I'll show you, he'll start yawning and really stretching it. So yeah, just watch the feedback of your horse too. He said, I'm done. It's fine. Not a big deal. He's almost 19. He's foundered in his left front. And he's in the best shape of his life. So if that's all he's got for me today, I don't care. He helped me and my thighs are burning. So there's another challenge for you. Do it all bareback. Have fun with it this week. Good boy. Yes.